Well, we all know the NFL draft is in Pittsburgh in a few weeks, but what if we had a draft selecting the top football players ever from the WPIAL and City League? Welcome to the WPAFL draft, the Western Pennsylvania Football League draft. I'm Mike White of the Post-Gazette, along with my colleagues. We're all high school writers at the Post-Gazette. Keith Barnes, Steve Rotstein, and Brad Everett. And we're here to bring you the first ever Western Pennsylvania Football League draft. What we're going to do, right, Keith?
Let's do it.
Brad, here's what we're going to do. 1 round draft. Our team, Keith and I, we have a team. We are some bad dudes.
Absolutely.
Our team name. Their team, Brad and Steve, are the living legends, even though there's going to be some dead people.
Well, they could be the living legends in their own mind after this, but that's okay.
And we are going to pick.
We're the living legends right here.
We are going to pick 1 round draft by position, the top players who we feel in the WPIAL and City League history, based on what they did as pros, right? So we're going to do 1 round draft, and we have to pick 1 quarterback, 2 running backs, offensive linemen, 1 center and 4 offensive linemen, 2 receivers, a tight end, and a kicker on defense. By the way, we are at Highmark Stadium, Keith and I, as we see a train go by. This is soccer, but it's football also, right?
And we got to thank the River House for allowing us to use this, and Media Relations Director Matt Grubba for giving us a little bit of permission to come into the stadium on an off day. So thanks, guys, for allowing us to do that.
Got that business out of the way and shout out. Defense, you have to pick. You can go. It's your choice. 3-4, 4-3 defense, 4 defensive backs, and a punter and a kick returner.
And a kicker.
And a kicker also.
You already said
So are we ready? We're going to get this started. It should be some fun. I know I'm prepared. We've had players in for the Wonderlic test. We've worked out a number of players. I know you guys have done nothing, but I'm ready. So are you ready? So we're going to have a coin toss to see who picks first.
We have the coin.
Heads, we win. Tails, you lose.
Absolutely. Heads is this.
we're tails. Tails never fail. Let's go.
All right. So call it in the air.
Call it.
Call it.
You said your heads were tails. Tails never fails.
Tails?
Camera.
Tails.
It is tails. It is tails.
Oh,
You got to get the first pick in the draft.
Now let's put the rules down. Once we start the clock, you get 30 seconds, only 30 seconds between picks to make your pick. And then you can say something about that pick. And then we start 30 seconds again. It goes to the other team. So here we go. Living legends, you get first pick. 30 seconds on the clock. The WPFL draft is about to begin. Now.
all right. We already know who we're taking first, right? We've already planned this out. We don't need 30 seconds. All right, defense. I'm the defensive specialist here. I'm taking the legend from Penn Hills, arguably the greatest defensive player of all time here. World champ from the Rams, 10-time Pro Bowler, made the Pro Bowl all 10 seasons, 8-time first Pro. It's no doubt. It's AD first overall pick. Give him to us. AD all day.
Aaron Donald. What an interesting pick.
All right. Are we on the clock?
We got 30 seconds now, right?
Yep.
Let's discuss.
Back or we go?
Let's go. Yeah.
Which one? Yeah. All right. The second pick in the WPFL draft.
Tony Dorsett from Hopewell. Some
Some
legend.
some bad dudes. Tony Dorsett.
You gotta look at a guy who's got a Super Bowl win, a Heisman Trophy, national championship in college. One of the greatest running backs ever to play.
11th leading rusher in the history of the NFL. The Hawk, Tony Dorsett.
Not too shabby.
30 seconds to the living legends. Go ahead.
All right. With our pick here, we're also going to go with a running back, a guy that rushed for more yards in his NFL career than Tony Dorsett. And he went to the same school as this guy over here, the pride of Alderdice, Curtis Martin.
Who didn't know you weren't going to go with all the ice?
Seriously.
Real fast.
And, a guy that, didn't play that much up until his senior year at Alderdice, but he really showed out after that, went to Pitt, went to the pros, and he's in the Hall of Fame as well.
real fast, it was really tough, I think, to pick between those two because 6th leading rusher all time, 11th leading rusher all time. You look at their yards per carry average, it's about even. 484 career receptions for Curtis Martin, 398 for Tony Dorsett. I think they were different backs. Dorsett was more that speed back. Martin a little more. He played longer than Dorsett. But and
he keeps pronouncing it the Pittsburgh way. Dorsett said it Dorsett.
That's right. It's Dorsett.
You guys
Right,
have
so
10 seconds left, right? You were already on the clock for half of that.
No. We didn't start the clock yet. We are starting the clock now.
And let's see what we got. Go ahead and chat amongst yourselves.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're talking about Hall of Famers.
We have a chance to get
Okay.
All right. 4th pick in the WPFL draft for the Some Bad Dudes is going Darrell Revis from Aliquippa, a Hall of Famer.
Great pick.
We went on Revis Island and we liked that vacation. It was nice. Not a lot of people did.
Pick.
I think that's a pretty obvious pick. I think I know who you guys are going to go with next. Go.
And I think that's not going to be the only Aliquippa guy drafted in this thing today. I think there will be probably several more.
Yeah, are we on the clock now? Yeah, we're going man from Aliquippa, another Hall of Fame corner, 3-time Super Bowl champ, Ty Law, 53 picks in his career, 7 pick sixes.
It was tough to choose again. Here, it was like Dorsett and Curtis Martin with these two.
I think you got the better one there. Revis is probably a top 3 corner all time, if you ask me. So I'll go with Law, though. We're happy with that.
But if you look real fast, we're not on clock yet. But Steve, if you look at their credentials, Ty Law played 15 NFL seasons. Revis played 11, 7 Pro Bowls for Revis, 5 Pro Bowls for Law, 53 career interceptions for Law to 29 for Revis.
No one threw at Revis.
True. Good point.
You knew better.
But just 1 Super Bowl for Revis, and I believe 3 for Ty Law. So,
Yeah.
I guess.
I picked the play for the Patriots. So,
but I knew you were going to pick Ty Law. You guys aren't as dumb as you look. So I knew you were going to pick Ty Law. So our pick. Ready? We're on the clock. Ready? 30 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go with an old timer. That guy is perfect.
I was going to go with him.
No. You have to go him or him.
Okay. Let's go ahead. You make that pick. I'm good with either one of them.
All right.
Here we go. Making this pick. We're a little discord on this one. That's okay.
Hey, I'm going old timers. I like the old timers. I know they were a little smaller back then, but still, based on what they did, we are going with. I'm going to surprise some people. Bill George from Waynesburg High School, a Pro Football Hall of Famer by George. He is recognized as the first middle linebacker in the NFL. Played at Wake Forest 15 years in the NFL, 14 with the Bears, 8 Pro Bowls. How about this? He was a kicker also. He was first team All-Pro 8 times and made the Pro Bowl 8 times. He's in the Pro Football Hall of Fame, Brad Everett. I know you're scoffing at this pick, but Bill George, I know other people are going to be surprised. By George,
I think he
deserves to go this high.
He revolutionized the position. I like it.
Yeah. We had him number 1 on our linebacker board. When you think of great football players, you don't think of Waynesburg, but he was a special.
Lanford Simpson, I think of.
And you guys are on the clock.
Ready? Go.
All right. Well, Brad, are we in agreement here?
Yeah, we're gonna go. We're really trying to build this team around defense. So we're gonna take another big time defensive player here.
Yeah, we already got arguably the greatest defensive lineman ever, and we're going to take another one of the best pass rushers of all time, 11th all time with 139.5 sacks, and also holds the NFL record with 6 fumble returns for touchdowns. Jason Taylor from Woodland Hills.
A guy, and Mike, you probably know this story a lot better than me, but I'd heard a story. He was like cutting grass or something in his front yard, and I don't know if George Novak drove past and he looked up and he saw this like huge kid.
Yeah.
Because he didn't actually attend classes at Woodland Hills, right? He was like
I think he was homeschooled.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's a true story. George told me that story. And he went over to him and said, I think he said something like, "What do you do? Where do you go to school?" He said, "I go to Woodland Hills, but I'm homeschooled." And he said, "Oh, do you play football?" "No." And George said, "Well, why don't you come down? It's just in the summer. Why don't you come down to our workout?" And he was so impressed. But yeah, Jason Taylor, good pick. So that's a true story. All right, we on the clock. We are on the clock.
We are on the clock.
Defensive line.
Mm-hmm.
Or not defensive line. This guy was tremendous.
Mm-hmm. Yes, he was. I remember him. Go ahead.
All right. We're going to go with a little bit of old timer again from Nika High, Newcastle High School's own Bruce Clark from Nika High. Hey, played at Penn State in 1978, first junior to win the Lombardi Award, awarded to the best lineman in college football. First round pick, fourth overall to the Packers. He did play 2 years in the Canadian League before coming to the NFL, 7 with the Saints, 1 with the Packers, made the Pro Bowl, 39 and a half career sacks. Bruce Clark was a stud. He was a bad dude.
Yeah, and he was one of the few Newcastle players that have played in the league that didn't also play for Ralph Blundo as well. So, I wasn't coaching back then.
Most people probably
You
didn't.
know, he was a great high school. He was a great high school athlete. Played really good in basketball and good in track. I think he even did the long jump. That's how good of an athlete he was.
Probably wasn't expecting him to go in the top 10, though.
Never know.
We've got some other ones you might be surprised if they're
That's
good.
true.
Okay. All right. Well,
You are on the clock, living legends, with your 5th pick.
All right. We were down between two guys right here, but we're gonna go with a Pitt guy. He played for the Bears, won Super Bowl. He's in the Hall of Fame, and he made 110 starts in his career. Offensive tackle Jimbo Covert from Freedom High School, 1978 Freedom grad. We're gonna go with Big Jimbo there. One of many Pitt guys that will go in this draft, and that's amazing. Going through and making this list, it's amazing all the Pitt guys that are top guys from Western PA and well represented on this team.
You can have a lot to say about why the Pitt program has struggled over the years, not being able to get those WPIL guys in there. But we won't go there because that's for the Pitt beat writers to talk about. Okay, we're on the
All
clock.
right, we're on the clock. Go another linebacker or go an offensive line? Go offensive. I should be afraid.
Absolutely. All right. We decided that we're going to go offensive line as well, and we're going to go back to Penn Hills for maybe the best offensive lineman to ever play the game. Extremely underrated. Should be in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Bill Fralick, perhaps the best college lineman ever to play, and 10 years with the Falcons, was just such a great player. And I still don't understand how he's not in the Hall of Fame.
All-Pro twice, Pro Bowl 4 times, 2nd overall pick in the 1985 draft.
He was just a monster.
their
I mean,
wrestling are like identical almost. So it's like, how is he not in the Hall of Fame?
I give the slight edge though to Jimbo just because he's in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
And like Fralick, like the better college career, but I think would go probably with Jimbo for the better pro career.
Either way,
Yeah, but you know what?
amazing.
The term pancake block didn't come around until Bill Fralick. He's the one who actually defined the pancake block.
Yep.
Because he was just that good at just flattening guys to the line. He was amazing to watch. You guys want to
I'm
talk?
gonna ask Steve to make some pancakes now because man, that got
I'm getting hungry. It's dinner time.
You guys are up.
All right. Well, we haven't picked any skill position. Well, we have Curtis Martin, but I think we need someone out wide on the outside.
That's right.
A man from Clairton who finished his career 63-1. Right? Go ahead.
Yeah, we're gonna go with a dude that played all over the place in high school. Man, remember him seeing running back, receiver, quarterback. He was a defensive back, and probably the greatest wide receiver to ever come out of the WPIAL. Still the all-time leading receiver at Pitt. We're gonna go with Tyler Boyd, who about 9 seasons in the league, I believe, and 117 career touchdowns at Clairton. And over 6,000 yards in the pros. He's a 2013 Clairton grad. We'll take Tyler Boyd.
I was surprised nobody picked him up last year as a free agent. I mean, he was. I thought for sure the Steelers would have grabbed him as a 2-slot receiver. He'd have been great with them. And I was there when they dedicated Tyler Boyd Stadium last year and talked to him, and he was just waiting for his turn, waiting for a call.
I will say this, and this really hit me in researching this stuff. Western PA has not produced hardly any big-time receivers that have made a big deal in the NFL. I mean, to come up with 2 for this, you need 4 because you guys have 2 and we have 2. Come up with 4 great ones,
Slim
it is not easy to do. So you've got 1. We're not going. No.
Okay.
No. We're going to be a strong defensive team.
Yes,
because
we are.
We're some bad dudes.
There's some bad.
And we're going with another old timer. Our pick, the 6th pick for some bad dudes, is Smoking Joe Schmidt from Brentwood High School, a linebacker. Another old timer.
The Lions.
Listen to his credentials. NFL defensive MVP in 61 and 63. A member of the Pro Football Hall of Fame. So we got 2 linebackers who are in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. 13 years in the NFL with the Lions. Won 2 NFL titles. 24 career interceptions. And you know what? I never saw him play. But I'm going to tell you, his reputation, he really was some bad dude.
Yeah, you should see some of those John Facenda videos with Joe Schmidt. It was pretty impressive to watch.
So Joe Schmidt, Smoking Joe, is our pick in the 6th round.
You guys are up.
You guys are up. Hey, we got 2 Hall of Fame linebackers.
You guys went black on us for a bit when we had the connection issue when you made the pick, but I'm pretty sure we knew it was Joe Schmidt. So you got some great linebackers there.
Joe Schmidt moves well in space. I liked his 40 time. I think I had a weightlifting contest with him. I benched 225 100 times. He only did it 90.
Okay.
And then you woke up after that, right? That was what came next.
Yeah.
All right. We already have 1 Hall of Fame offensive lineman. We're going to go with another right here. The pride of Southmoreland High School, class of 1977, 3 Super Bowls, 4 Pro Bowls, 3 All-Pros. Mr. Russ Grimm. Russ Grimm is our pick. Southmoreland High School, offensive guard. He'll be one of our 4 offensive linemen.
Okay, that's fine. Okay.
Another funny.
Yeah, it'll work. Not a bad pick. Not a bad pick at all.
Say him. So him. Now he was NFL MVP.
Oh yeah, that's right. That was that. Okay. Yeah, we can do that. All right.
All right, we're on the clock.
We're on the clock.
And some bad dude's pick in the 7th round is do that ESPN noise. All right, we're going another running back and another old timer, pride of the City League. And I know you guys probably don't even know who this guy is.
I coached him in baseball. I know who you're picking.
Larry Brown.
Dang.
All right.
My
I'm impressed your Pep coached him. That's impressive to me.
Larry Brown of Shenley High School was the NFL MVP in 1972, 4-time Pro Bowler, led the NFL in rushing in 1970 with the Washington Redskins, played in that Super Bowl. I tell you what, he was a stud. Larry Brown of Shenley, not the Larry Brown who intercepted the passes for the Dallas Cowboys against the Steelers and Neil O'Donnell. Larry Brown of Shenley. So is that the second City League guy we picked? Yes.
I like that.
Hey, we're going to have a running game, living legends. We got Tony Dorsett and Larry Brown.
And then when he was done with his pro career, he went on. He was a long time coach in the NBA, right?
Yes,
different Larry.
Coach Allen Iverson.
Yeah, exactly.
You are on the clock.
All right, we're gonna go kind of a strategy thing right here. He doesn't compare to some of these other guys that have been taken already, but we're just going to try to get a monopoly on this position a little bit right now. So
he's versatile.
And he's very versatile. We're going to take him as a wide receiver. He was unbelievable to watch in high school. So much fun. For Woodland Hills, went on to Michigan. Steve Breston. Steve Breston, he was electric.
Stevie B.
Stevie B, quarterback in high school at Woodland Hills. If I remember right, played in the state championship game. It was very bad conditions. It was a muddy game, and I think he fumbled like 4 or 5 times. But if that was a game where like the weather was good, they would have moved on there. But yeah, we're gonna go with Steve Breston.
Oh, yeah. I don't know.
All right, we're on the clock.
We're the old school guys, so
We're on the clock. Yeah.
All right, we're gonna stay old school here, because every so often, we pick a lot of old school guys that are in the Hall of Fame. So we're gonna stick with the old school guys, and I don't think anybody was tougher at this position than Al Equipa's own Mike Ditka at tight end. He defined the position. He won a Super Bowl as a coach and as a player.
427 passes in his career, Hall of Famer.
Well, I guess, yeah.
And he, again, another bad dude.
With the Bears.
So we got Ditka.
I still have never been out. We live out near Robinson, and there's like the Ditkas that's out there. Like he's at a restaurant.
Yeah.
Never been there, but I hear really good things about it.
It's one of my praise range.
All the steaks come with a mustache on it.
I like it.
And a bear, you get a bear sweater as your napkin from
Okay, you're on the clock, living legends. We are in round 9.
Okay, we're gonna go. Do you want to go back on the defensive side of the ball here?
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. Yeah, go with him.
All right. You guys are taking all the old timers from us, so we're gonna go with someone really old time. Played at North Catholic back in the 50s. Played at Duke. Played for the Cardinals. 12 seasons in the NFL. Over 50 sacks. Pro Bowler in 66. Second team All Pro in 67. 2 consecutive seasons with double-digit sacks. It's Chuck Walker. Putting him on the D line next to AD. Chuck Walker.
I don't even know.
Not
really familiar with that guy, but we'll let you have that on a technicality. Didn't play in the WPIAL.
What's that? He didn't?
He played in the Catholic
He
League.
played in the Catholic League.
Well,
So we'll let you go with that.
Yeah.
well, I mean, like I kind of count the Catholic League in this. There's a really good quarterback that played in the Catholic League too. So
Right.
I'm like,
Yeah.
it is Western PA.
PA.
It is Western PA.
It's
That's
not
why we
just
so
PIL, it's City League. It's Western PA.
We'll let you go with
We'll
that.
let you go with that one.
All right.
Fuck Catholic.
We are on the clock. We are on the clock. We didn't see linebacker. We've already got 2 though.
Offensive line.
Offensive line. Sweeney. This guy was on the Super Bowl team.
Yeah.
This guy played 13 seasons.
It's a go swing. Yeah, son. Let's see your swing.
Jeff Christie, son. Hey, 2 Shipley's his son.
That's all.
There's also
We've got-
Stefanski.
We've got, what's that?
Mark Stefanski.
He's from Erie.
Oh, that's right. Then yeah, let's take a swing.
All right. Since we have to have a center,
We're gonna go.
I don't know if I agree with taking this guy this early, but I'll go with Mr. Barnes here on his. We're going to take Jim Sweeney from Seton LaSalle in our 9th round pick, a center, played in the NFL, played all 5 line positions actually in the NFL. Second team All-American at Pitt, played 16 years in the NFL. With the Jets, he played guard, tackle, and center. Was 2nd round pick of the Jets in 1984. So we do need a center. There are a couple other ones maybe I would look, but I'll go with Mr. Barnes on this one.
And I think
I got to mention, that is a team, 1979, the Seton LaSalle team, that deserves to be considered one of the great teams. Sweeney, Greg Gattuso was a fullback, linebacker, played at Penn State as coach everywhere. Rich Engel was a quarterback. He went to South Carolina. Nick Merrick went to Virginia as a tight end, and their coach as a receiver. Their coach was Tom Donahoe. That team was really, really good, and some really big names. And Glenn Streno, another offensive lineman, went to Tennessee. For a double-A team to have that many Division I guys back then, pretty impressive.
and don't forget who else was on that team. Vince Sortino.
And Vince Sortino, the WPIAL executive director, was on that team.
Yes, he was.
I remember that team like it was yesterday.
So we've got a center. You're up.
All right, we're gonna go. He's a guy that qualifies as running back and returner, but we're gonna take him as a returner. He'll be our guy in the back there. Really, he's out of this world, but he's not Mars. He's not Pluto. He's not Jupiter. He's Mercury. Mercury Morris, Avonworth. West Texas A&M. I was not aware of that. And won 2 Super Bowls, 3 Pro Bowls. Rushed for over. Yeah. He was on the 76 Dolphins team.
72.
72 Dolphins. 72 Dolphins. I'm thinking of 76 Pitt.
He was on the 72 Dolphins. Yep.
Yeah, he was the 3 1,000-yard rushers were him, Jim Kick, and Larry Zonka. And he played in college with the father of Avonworth coach, Duke Johncourt.
How about that?
His dad, Duke Johncourt's dad, was the quarterback, and Mercury Morris was a running back. They played together and known each other for long. And matter of fact, Mercury was honored before an Avonworth game this year that I was at. And Mr. Johncourt has some pretty good stories about him. So Mercury Morris from Avonworth High School. Okay, we are up. 30 seconds.
NFL, but he led the AFL in kick return yardage in 1969. So we're going to take him as returner.
He had 3,118 return yards in his career.
Pretty good.
How about that? Yeah. All right, we are up. Where are we doing? Take another defensive back?
Yeah, sure.
This guy was really good.
Yeah.
37 career interceptions. I don't like right in.
Let's go with
This guy was better.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. We're going to stick with our old time theme. And I question whether you guys have ever heard of this guy. Mr. Ken Reeves, pride of Braddock. Braddock High School, went to Norfolk State, not a big, drafted in the 4th round, played in the NFL from 66 to 77, guys. He was a stud. 37 career interceptions. 37 career interceptions. We needed a defensive back, and we are going to go with Ken Reeves. I think his credentials are better than most of the defensive backs left.
I agree.
Did you know him? Did you know him?
Yeah.
All right.
Research. That's a good pick.
All right, we're going to go. There's a couple really good defensive backs out there that played at McKeesport, and we're going to take one. He's an old-timer as well. Not quite as old as some of these dudes we've been taking, but we're going to go with Ross Fichtner, who had
27 picks in 9 years, I believe.
27 picks in 9 years. That's a pretty good number. 3 a
Won
season.
an NFL championship, so.
Yeah, Ross Fichtner is going to be our pick. I'm not too familiar with his game, but just doing a little bit of research on him.
Ross Fichtner's the name. Not too familiar with his game. So
Yeah,
we're adding him to the squad, though.
Yep.
Westview Ross Fichtner. Okay.
Yeah, we're on the clock.
We're on the clock.
Oh, yeah. No, it's okay to stop that.
This guy was really good. He was NFL defensive lineman of the year.
Okay.
We could save him.
Go safe. Let's go with that. Let's go with the other one.
All right. Another Aliquippa guy.
Wow.
We're going on the defensive line.
Our defense is good. Yeah, I don't know about your defense.
Ours is pretty good, too.
We're going with Mr. Sean Gilbert of Aliquippa High School, a 1989 graduate. First round pick, 3rd overall pick in the 1992 NFL draft by the Rams. Played 11 years in the NFL, Pro Bowl once, 42 and a half sacks. And in high school was the USA Today Defensive Player of the Year nationally. And tried to get the Aliquippa coach's job, but lost out to Mike Warfield back, how long was that, 7 years ago or something like that. Tried to get the Aliquippa job, lost out to Mike Warfield. Sean Gilbert, who also won a state championship in basketball. He lost in the state championship, the first state championship against Berwick and Jake Kelcher up at Hershey Park Stadium. I was there on freezing Saturday. but he came back in March of that year and won a state championship in basketball as the starting center for the Aliquippa Quips. Did you know that, Mr. Rotstein?
Yeah, I remember that. And I remember a lot of people really questioning at the time that why he didn't get the job, and this guy named Mike Warfield got it instead. I think they made the right decision there. No disrespect to Sean Gilbert, but yeah.
Yeah, one thing that you could always expect is when you look at the Aliquippa football roster every year, there's at least going to be one or two Gilberts on the team. I mean, like, you must still have a ton of family in that area.
Are we up?
You guys are up.
All right. There's like 3 Penn State linebackers we could choose from here. We don't have any linebackers yet on the team, so we have a bunch we can go with. But, yeah, we're going to go with Sean Lee from Upper St. Clair. Played 11 seasons in the NFL, all with the Dallas Cowboys. Just known for his leadership, great team captain, and first team All-Pro in 2016, 2-time Pro Bowler. So, yeah, Sean Lee will be our first linebacker in the middle.
Well, since we're on the clock now, and well,
We don't have to wait long.
we don't have to wait long either. We both decided we're going to stay with Penn State linebackers as well, except for ours is going to be from North Hills, and that's LaVar Arrington.
That's fine.
Anybody who defines the LaVar leap and what he did in high school, college, and in the pros, if he doesn't shatter his knee, oh my God, what he would have done at the NFL level. He was amazing at every level he played. Great running back, great linebacker, just an outstanding player.
Bad knees shortened his career, but he still had a pretty good NFL career.
Yeah.
Made the Pro Bowl, and one of Mike White's proteges, definitely. And I still stay in touch with him. Matter of fact, he just texted me out of the blue 2 weeks ago. Wanted to know, did Lorenzo Styles play high school football in Ohio at all? Because he was on a show with Brady Quinn, I think, that was saying Lorenzo Styles played in Ohio. I said, no, he played in Farrell. But anyway,
Which might as well be Ohio.
LaVar really stays in tune with the WPIAL, and he's a big history guy. And he, in 40 some years of covering the WPIAL, he might be the best player I have seen on the high school level. Either him or Terrell Pryor.
Yeah.
And at one time I said Pryor, and LaVar got very upset at that. And but he might have been. I'll say now he's the best player I've seen because his impact on both sides of the ball was incredible. He was the number 2 pick, I think, overall coming out of Penn State. Won the Bednarik and Butkus Award and all those things. And it's didn't have a great program.
Courtney Brown, right? Then I was like,
Yeah, Courtney Brown.
Courtney Brown won number one that year.
LaVar won either 2 or 3. They picked Chris Samuel, an offensive lineman, the Redskins, with a pick also. But, LaVar, I'm going with my buddy.
Yeah, well, there's no comparison when it comes to athletic ability between you and LaVar Arrington. I think we know there's a pretty sizable gap right there. But I think one thing you guys do have,
right?
Wait, what?
No, yeah, you're both in the North Hills Hall of Fame, aren't you?
That's right. That's right. Matter of fact, he had me present him when he went into the North Hills Hall of Fame.
wow.
Good stuff.
All right, we on the clock? We got to keep
Yep. Go ahead.
As much as we love talking about LaVar, we could do it all day, but we got to keep moving and we got to keep this run on Penn State linebackers going because we need more. So we're sticking with the theme of Penn State linebackers from the 2000s. Paul Postlesny from Hopewell, another great underrated NFL career because he was so amazing in college, but Pro Bowl selection, also played 11 years in the NFL, more than 1,000 tackles, 1,214 to be exact. So 16 sacks, 15 picks, Pro Bowler in 2013. So we got Sean Lee and Paul Postlesny for us in the middle there.
And no shade thrown here at LaVar Arrington, but some shade thrown at you guys is Paul Postlesny 3 times as many tackles in his career than LaVar Arrington. So much
He
played longer.
played longer. Yeah, he played longer.
Yeah, but not
A more dominant player. It was LaVar when he was in his prime.
That's all right.
I mean, he's a great player. Don't get me wrong, but
LaVar was a little bit different. Yeah, Paul was the
hey,
inside.
he was a special player. Absolutely.
Don't diss LaVar.
Never just
I said no shade thrown on LaVar, but a lot of shade thrown on you guys because some very questionable picks here at points for you guys. So
Ooh. Okay. We're on the clock. You on offensive line? Reason?
Yeah.
August. Yeah.
So, August.
August?
That's August. That's good. You like that? Yeah, man.
He's a first round.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Played through-
Yeah, you're a first round pick too.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Steelers.
Which one?
You pick. I'm good with it. I'm good with either.
And then who else?
Okay.
We just take our third.
We're going to go with an offensive lineman, a Super Bowl champion from Monessen High School, who I think is tied with McKeesport for the most players in the NFL from the WPIAL, with Doug Cruzen.
Oh,
He's
Do you
one
know
we
him?
yeah. I did not even have him on the list. We don't have him on the list.
Doug Cruzen was a first-round selection, 1968 draft, captain of Indiana, second-team All-American, played defensive tackle in that Rose Bowl some against O.J. Simpson. Played in 3 Super Bowls and was a starter on that Miami Dolphins undefeated team in 1972. Had a pretty long career in the NFL with a pretty good team. Doug Cruzen is our pick. And you guys didn't even know.
For bruising on that one.
Cruising for a bruising. Oh man.
Yeah.
You're on the clock.
We are on the clock.
I've lost track.
That sounds good. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're sticking with. He was from McKeesport, you said, right? Or no, Monessen. You said. Well, we're sticking with an all McKeesport safety lineup here. We already got Ross Finkner. We're going with a more recent one who played 10 years in the NFL. And I believe he's one of the only guys out of all these players that really shined with the Steelers. Won a Super Bowl title, Super Bowl XL with the Steelers. Mike Logan, 10-year NFL career, Super Bowl champ. Not the greatest stats, but 5 picks, 30 PBUs, over 300 tackles. But yeah, he was just a great glue guy for those Steeler teams. Also played a few years with the Jags to start his career. So Mike Logan will be one of our DBs as well.
Yeah. And
When I think about Mike Logan, he and I we share a birthday.
games every week. Like it's part of the Pittsburgh Steelers showcase. So it's good to see him still around, still involved in the WPIAL.
Yep.
All right, it's our pick. Put us on the clock.
Yep.
We're done with line, but well,
I think we have one more left. Right?
no.
No, we got more.
If we're playing a 3-4, we can take
Okay,
one off. This guy
No.
was really good. This guy was really good. Playing 3 Pro Bowls, second man. The other he didn't do it well in the pros as these guys. Not reaching play, 12 NFL.
Let's play 4-3.
Okay, pick this guy.
Yeah.
All right. We are going to go with the 14th round pick. The guy who played at a school that does no longer exist. And another City League guy, Peabody High School's own, Mike Barnes.
No relation.
No relation. He wanted to pick him. I wanted to pick him, but of course, Barnes. Do you guys even know him?
I don't think so.
Not familiar with him.
You're taking all the guys.
Listen to this. Listen to this. You guys see, I knew there was guys I didn't know. He played at the University of Miami. He was 6'6". He played 9 years in the NFL. The Baltimore Colts had 44 and a half career sacks. In 1977 was the NFL Defensive Lineman of the Year.
Ooh.
A second-round draft pick of the Colts, played 9 years. That's a lot of sacks. And he was a member of a crew called the Sack Pack with the Colts back then. I think it was Bubba Smith.
Yeah.
And Mike Barnes was a big-time player. And I'm liking these City League players from Peabody that no longer exists.
R.I.P. Peabody.
Long
You
live,
guys are on the clock. What do we got left?
long live
Long
South
live
High,
Langley.
Langley. A lot of schools. Long live Fifth Avenue. We're gonna go with.
Speaking of Fifth Avenue, since you said that, we just take the man.
Maybe hold off.
Okay, all right.
Hold off on that. Yeah, because this is a guy we were really excited about. I didn't know if we'd get him. He's fallen a good way.
Want to go with the right?
Great versatility. A guy also went to a school that's no longer part of the WPIAL.
You gotta pay them too.
Hall of Famer. Won 3 AFL championships, an MVP, an All-Pro. He threw for over 26,000 yards, but he also kicked 335 field goals from Youngwood High School, George Blanda.
Well, wait a second. Is he your kicker or your quarterback?
Kicker. He's
He's
not
gonna be
our
our kicker.
quarterback.
He's gonna be our kicker.
It's your kicker.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. That's fine with us.
Yeah, you know, when it comes to like fake field goals and stuff like that, you know, like we should be pretty good in that aspect, I think.
Yeah, he wasn't a very good fake field goal kicker.
All right. We got to move this along.
Let's do
Got
it.
field goals, 335. It's not a good field goal kicker. You're out of your mind.
He was okay. He played for 90 years.
We took 4
26,
defensive
26 years, come on.
You take 40 too long.
Yeah, for sure.
I screwed this up. Okay. I took 2.
Okay, let's take a defensive line.
Taking the last game.
Yeah. I want to run a 4-3, I think.
Watch on now.
We took Bruce Cloud. We took Bruce Cloud. We took Sean Gilday. And we took Mike Bones.
Okay.
We're going to take Nigel Lester.
Yeah.
Maybe.
All right. Our pick in the 15th round. They had a brother tandem, twins, Big Mo and Little Mo. I don't know which one was which, but we were taking Dick Modulewski from a school that no longer exists also, Hardbrack High School, now part of the Highlands High School District.
Yes.
Dick Modulewski played with his brother Ed at Maryland. He won the Outland Trophy in 1952. He was a second-round pick in the 1953 draft. He won 2 NFL championships with the New York Giants. He was a great New York Giants lineman, 32 and a half career sacks as a lineman. Played part of 1 season with the Steelers. Twice he was All-Pro with the Giants. Twice All-Pro as a defensive lineman. Dick Modulewski from Hardbrack. Did you know that guy?
No, like I've read some articles that you wrote about him back in the day. You know, like I think you covered him. So that's the only knowledge I have of him.
We've got some old school guys that can play, though.
Oh, no doubt. Like there's some great old timers. You know, like I wasn't familiar with some of these guys, but yeah, you look at their bios and they're pretty impressive.
All right, wait.
All right, you're on the clock. We're done with that defensive lineman.
One linebacker, 1 2 back.
Yeah, they only have 1 offensive line. All right. We're gonna go. Our offensive line so far, we really like our offensive line. We have Jimbo Covert, and we have Russ Grimm on there already. A guy that I forgot about. I was a big fan of him as a kid. I think it was probably because of his nickname. I don't even know if I knew he was from the area back those days. But he made 143 starts in the NFL. Actually drafted as a defensive player out of Cheney State. 6'7", 329 pounds. His nickname was Big Cat, and
He go to high school.
he went to Alderney Dragon as well. James Big Cat Williams, and we're gonna pair him with Jimbo Covert. Those are our 2 tackles, and we have Russ Grimm on that line. So, you know, good luck to your defensive line trying to block some of these guys.
Really an offensive line still.
Yes, we did.
Yeah, you do.
Ron Saw.
Mhm.
13 years. Won the Super Bowl. No Steve Hodges. Ron Saw played almost twice as long as him, though. He made All-Pro.
Let's go with myself. Okay.
All right. With our pick, some bad dudes in the 16th round, and
We're going to go offensive line as well, just because we can. And we decided to go a little north. We're going to head to Butler. And we're going to draft Ron Saul. Not a bad pick, I don't think.
Ron Saul, Butler High School, famous offensive lineman. He had 3 Saul brothers made the NFL. Ed, Ron, and Rich Saul. Ron played 13 years, that guy's in the NFL. with Houston and the Redskins. He played with his twin brother, Michigan State. He won a Super Bowl with the Washington Redskins. He made All-Pro, and he was one of the original hogs of the Washington Redskins. Ron Saul of Butler.
Are we allowed to say that name still?
What?
The Hogs of the Redskins. You're allowed to say it. He was a Redskin. He was not a commander.
All right.
Well, I just said it, so.
Yeah. All right. Well, speaking of Peabody, long live Peabody. We're going back to our D-line for our last of our fourth D-line, and we're running the 4-3 up front.
I can't believe you know who this guy is. I know who you're going to pick.
Yeah.
How do you not believe it? I'm a City League man, Mike. We're going with David Logan. We already got Mike Logan. No relation to David, but he played on Pitt's national championship team in 1976. First team All-Pro with the Bucks in 84. Finished with, I'm confused on this, 38.8 sacks? Where's the .8 come from? I'm not sure. Yeah. But 4 defensive touchdowns. I mean, this guy could do it all. So, yeah, he's a City League guy. He's a proud Pitt man. David Logan is our fourth and final defensive lineman up front.
And I know
I had him on my list.
at the end, but I mean, this D line: Aaron Donald, Chuck Walker, Jason Taylor, and David Logan. I mean, goodness great. Good luck. Like, our line plays spectacular.
All right,
I'm not impressed. I think you got 2 good ones, and the other 2 are.
Let's move on.
All right. So, you know what, guys? You're going to have to keep. I don't know what you need yet. I lost track of your positions that you need.
We're keeping track. We're good.
Okay. So, our pick in the 17th round. We need another defensive back. Yeah. We need one more defensive back. So we've got Reeves.
But they could do a 3-4.
2 defensive backs. We got Reeves.
We got 2. Okay.
Calso.
Yeah, that's fine. Move over my phone.
Calso. I can see he only played 1 year off.
Yeah.
Let's save him for that.
Just a Kelso.
Yeah. All right.
We're gonna go North Hills.
Another North Hills guy. Year behind me in school.
Kelso.
Used to play basketball against them. Actually, still stay in touch a little bit with them. Played in 4 Super Bowls. Started in 4 of them. Mark Kelso from the Buffalo Bills in North Hills High School. Had a long NFL career. You start in 4 Super Bowls, you got to be doing something right. And just to say this, he had 30 career interceptions. That's more than Darrelle Revis. So he was a safety, played at William and Mary, nobody thought, I mean, he was always really little, but he's a really good high school player. Nobody thought that he would ever play that long in the NFL. And 30 career receptions. And when we did an all-time fabulous 22 of the 40 years, 6 years ago,
Remember that, yeah.
he was selected by a committee as one of the top 22. He was 22 of the all-time fabulous 22. So it's not just us placing him on a high pedestal. They did, that committee did also. So we're taking Mark Kelso.
Yeah, but number 1 on that list was Bill Fralick, right?
Yeah.
That was who number 1 was
We
on that
went
list.
with
Yeah.
Fralick. All right, we up?
Yeah, we're up.
All right, we're running a 4-3 on defense, so we already got 4 linemen. We're going to take our third linebacker. So who are we going with, Brad?
We're going to go with another old timer right here. Spent 12 years in the NFL, 24 and a half sacks. How about 21 fumble recoveries, 7 interceptions? He was a 2-time Pro Bowl pick. Went to North Carolina, played for the Cardinals. A 1952 graduate of Hopewell High School, Bill Coman. You remember him, Mike?
I do not. I do not know Bill Coman.
Hopewell linebackers. Let's go.
Yeah. Hopewell.
Oh my, okay.
All right. So we are up.
And Paul
What do
Post-Gazette.
He was a kick return.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. We'll go with him.
All right.
We need another offensive line.
Oh, yeah.
There's so many to choose from.
Wait. Let me make sure that We're counting up our offensive linemen.
Yeah, maybe the Sandusky.
One,
He didn't make any Pro Bowl.
four.
Oh, yeah.
He was a center.
He's a center too.
Oh, he took Ron.
Yeah. Okay. We need another offensive lineman. So we are going to take, it's April, but we're going to take August. Steve August from Jeanette High School, 14th overall pick, first round in the 1977 draft. Played 8 years with Seattle, part of 1 year with the Steelers, a long NFL career. We're going with Steve August of Jeanette. We're done with our offensive linemen.
Let's speed it up. All right. So who we taking? We need another lineman, right, Brad? Who we going with?
Yeah, we're going to go with another lineman here. I think this will round out our offensive line outside of the center. But another old guy from the 50s. Made 2 Pro Bowls, made over 100 starts in the NFL, 12 seasons. Daryl Dess. Not Daryl Dess.
Or is it Darrell Dess? We don't know.
Probably Daryl.
Darrell
Union.
Dess.
From Union. Yeah, he was a Scotty. Played over 70 years ago at Union High School. So
Did they take one? No. We could. With our receivers are not going to be good. We have to take him.
Okay. Okay. Well, we decided we're going to go receiver. And our next pick, and we're going to take Ray Matthews from McKeesport High School. That's right. We're going to take a Tiger. He played this in the NFL from 1951 to 1960 with the Steelers. Caught 230 passes and also ran for 1,057 yards in his career.
Yeah, you 230 passes, and you also in an era when they didn't throw that much, and you run for over 1,000 yards in your career.
And
That's pretty good.
And he's in the Steelers All Legends team, inducted in 2007. So he's been around for a while, and the Steelers respect that.
Yeah.
He was pretty good in terms of okay.
Yeah.
all right. A guy, and I think you mentioned, Mike, about like wide receivers, not a lot of depth there. Not a lot of really good ones at the WPIAL over the years, or the City League. Not a lot have gone on to really good careers, and I could say the same about cornerback too. Corner, not exactly, not exactly our strength around here. We already drafted Darrell Revis and Ty Law. We're already taken already. Among the other guys, a corner that I thought was a fantastic high school player, was really good at Pitt. Spent about a decade in the NFL. Shante Spencer from Woodland Hills. We're going to pair him up with Ty Law, 2 guys from fantastic high school programs. And Shante, pretty underrated career in the NFL. But he'll be a pretty good corner for us.
Don't sleep on Shante Spencer. Yeah.
We're in the 20th round. Trying to speed things up here. Well, these are tight ends.
Kind of. Do we need a receiver?
We need a receiver, but
No, we took 2, didn't we?
no, we only took one.
Where is it? Drop that. Yeah. Yeah.
97 passes.
Boy,
Or do we need something else?
yeah.
We're done with offensive line.
We need a kicker. Kicker.
Yeah, kicker. I think we're done with linebackers.
Yeah. Yeah, kicker. All right. Or pick a punt.
Take the receiver.
Okay.
All right, we're going to take a receiver again. Who we taking?
Yeah.
Well, I tell you, it is
slim pickings.
slim pickings with receivers. I mean, you guys have your 2. We thought of John Baldwin from Aliquippa, but really a first-round draft pick, didn't do that much in the NFL. Thought of Gordon Jones from East Allegheny and Pitt. We're going to go with an Ohio State Buckeye from North Allegheny. Was the first WPIAL player to run for 400 yards in a game back in the early 1970s. Brian Bashnagel from North Allegheny.
Atco.
Played
No, he didn't go to Shaler.
Played 9 years with the Chicago Bears. At Ohio State, he was a third-round draft pick in 1976. Played with Archie Griffin. Was kind of a wingback. When Ohio State didn't throw that much, but still was good enough to be drafted in the third round. Captain and the leading receiver at Ohio State. Caught 134 passes in his career with the Bears.
And that was with Walter Payton's Bears, so you know they were running the ball all the time.
So it is really hard to find top-notch receivers from our area.
Yeah.
That's why I went Brian Bash. At least he played long in the NFL.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're going to take our punter then, right, Brad?
Yeah. We're going to go down to punter. We're going to get that one out of the way.
Might be the most
here.
famous guy on this list, at least to today's generation.
Exactly. Like a lot of people probably don't even know he played in the NFL. Well, no, like I'm sure he talks about it enough on the show, but
No, and he didn't talk about that at all.
Was a big-time punter as well, and 2 Pro Bowls, an All-Pro, averaged 46 yards a punt in his career, which is not off about. He was also on the wrong end of that 13-9 game, that Pitt West Virginia game. We're going to go with Pat McAfee. Had an excellent career with the Colts, played 8 seasons, and we think between him and George Blanda, we have some dynamite. We have some really good specialists.
Probably the only plum Mustang on this entire.
Yes.
Name him.
What's his name?
That's not already. Pat McAfee. Get your ears fixed.
Well, we didn't hear that. All right. We're going to go, since you're going punters, we're going punter as well.
From this guy, I'll bet you guys don't know this guy either.
Yeah, this one, I actually had his football card out of a pack when I was a kid and played at Bethel Park High School, was a great kicker with the Detroit Lions. Tom Skladany led the NFL in punting a couple of times because the Lions teams were just bad.
Did you know him?
Yeah, no, yeah, like we did. Like he did make actually the Pro Bowl one time.
In 1981. Made it. He was a three-time All-American at Ohio State, punted in the NFL from 78 to 83. His yards per punt, I know McAfee was good, but his yards per punt, not that far behind, 42.1. I think McAfee was like 45. So 42.1 yards per punt and a 3-time All-American, Tom Skladany.
I didn't know about him much until this morning. I was worried about punters because when I went through it at first, all I could find was Pat McAfee. And I'm like, oh my goodness, like, are we going to have to take him in like the 4th round so we get the only punter? But then I found one of only, I believe, 3 punters from the WPIAL that have ever played in the NFL. So
who was the other one?
Well, John Bruno did. I know he did from Upper St. Clair.
Yeah.
I don't know who the other.
Actually, I think it was John Bruno. Was the one? John Bruno. John Bruno. Yeah. John Bruno.
What I
said. Yeah.
Hey, clean your ears out. That's what I said.
All right.
I thought you said Sean Bruno.
No, John Bruno. Unfortunately, he passed away not long after he was out of the NFL. All right. So we took Tom Skladany. 3 rounds left. 3 rounds left. 22nd round. Who are you picking?
Yeah, sure. Better call Saul.
All right. Yeah, like you already took one of the Saul twins. We're gonna go with the other Saul right here, Rich Saul. Rich Saul from Butler High School. Made the Pro Bowl 6 times in 12 seasons. Made over 100 starts. Played at Michigan State. And one of the 3 Saul brothers that played in the NFL. So
the best of the Saul brothers. Yeah.
the best of the Saul brothers. So
they were Saul of the earth.
Yep.
We were about to bring in Saul Barrios Thomas or Saul. Like we almost brought him to make the pick here.
Nobody knows who that is.
I'm sure there's some people out there that know who Saul is, but yeah, like we have a Saul, you have a Saul, so yeah.
We better call Saul.
All right.
Go yeah, let's do it. Yeah, why not?
Because we can pick who we want.
All right, we're going to go quarterback.
Now, there was, I think we should explain to people, if you were really doing a team, you would take a quarterback maybe first or second because build your team around. But with this, we're only taking one quarterback, and there's so many good ones. if you took one early, so what? We're going to get one good one too. So that's why I think we both waited so long.
That's the great thing about Western Pennsylvania quarterbacks. There are so many, and we have decided that we are going to take the 4-time Super Bowl champion Hall of Famer from Ringgold, Monongahela, Pennsylvania, Joe Montana. Can't go wrong.
National champion at Notre Dame. Didn't win a playoff game, though, in the WPIL, but he did win
or a baseball title.
No, basketball on a great Ringgold team. So Joe Montana, and great athlete. I mean, with what he did at Ringgold. And, yeah, so who you guys taking? You taking Marino?
Counter with there's a lot of great ones other to choose from. We're just going to go with Danny Marino. I mean, I love him. Could be the best pure passer that ever lived. Never won the Super Bowl.
The Catholic League. I thought you'd have gone after Johnny Unitas.
Johnny Unitas. Yeah, I thought about Unitas. Like, I think our top two was Marino and Montana.
Namath?
He would have been the fourth choice, I think. But Marino, there might not be a better pure passer than Marino from Central Catholic.
Major Harris?
He's 60,000 plus yards. So
Major Harris?
You're a City League guy.
Yeah. That's right. We've got some city already, some city players.
Don't ditch Major. He was a dual threat quarterback before the dual threat quarterback.
Absolutely. Want to do it for a kicker now?
All right, we're going to do a kicker now.
We're going to go with Monongahela's own. We're going to stay in Monongahela with Fred Cox, who kicked for the Minnesota Vikings back in the day. Was in a couple of Super Bowls, didn't win them, unfortunately, but he's a heck of a kicker with the old one bar across the front.
Straight on kicker, you use that straight toe, 282 field goals.
Good factoid about him. Did you guys know this?
He was the inventor of the ball.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. But did you check out him and George Blanda? Fred Cox missed 173 field goals, and George Blanda missed like over 200 field goals.
Because he played like 100 years more.
What's that?
Blanda, we'll take him. All right,
I know, but those guys missed a lot of field goals too.
Yeah, there's not a lot to choose from. So we should each have 2 picks left, right? We made 23, I believe, right? There's 25 total. Am I right?
No, there's
24.
24.
No, there's 25.
Oh, okay. Then we got to figure out
3 special teams.
We got a punt returner left, and then
we have a punt kick returner left. And
what's our position player we're missing?
Oh,
okay.
No, 2 picks each left. 2 picks each left.
Okay.
Right. So we're going. You already took Mike Ditka early, so we knew we could wait on this guy, arguably the greatest tight end to ever play the game. We're going with from Woody High, Rob Gronkowski, 4 Super Bowls, 5 Pro Bowls, 4 All-Pros, over 9,000 yards and 92 touchdowns.
Played only 1 year at Woody High, but didn't have a lot of catches. They didn't throw the ball very much back then at Woody High, but had an unbelievable career in the pros. So
I say we pick this guy.
I do too. I do too.
Okay. All right. We're going to go with somebody that might surprise. You might think of him as a quarterback, but he's incidentally, Leon Hart was a Heisman Trophy winner. He didn't get picked, a tight end, and also played defensive end at Notre Dame. We're going with another Notre Dame Heisman Trophy winner at defensive back, Jumpin' Johnny Lujak from Connellsville High School. Now, you may say, he was a quarterback. He played both at Notre Dame. And when he first came in the NFL, he was a 4th overall pick in the 1946 NFL draft. First year, he played defensive back with the Chicago Bears. He had 8 interceptions. So he classifies, he's too good of an athlete to keep off this team. Johnny Lujak going in as defensive back.
We'll give it to you.
All right, we're going to
Last pick each, guys.
Yeah, we're going to complete our backfield right here.
We're going 2 RBs.
This is a guy that, like the folks in Erie always get upset when like you say, he's from the WPIAL. He wasn't a graduate, didn't play in the WPIAL. Hey, like no one said WPIAL players. There was no stipulation. So, over 6,000 yards rushing in his career. played in the WPIAL, I think, for 2 seasons when he played in McDowell. But we're going to go with Dave Connor. That gives us, we have Dan Marino, Curtis Martin, James Conner, and Tyler Boyd are our main skill guys. So hell to Pitt right there.
Did James Conner play his senior year in the WPIL?
I don't believe so, no.
So what you want?
See, I don't think he played in the WPIAL.
Yeah, he did. He played 2 years. He played 2 years.
Yeah,
But I don't think he played.
like there was nothing that said, had to be a WPIAL grad. So, like we were like,
Yeah,
we're gonna,
I meant to say that, but
If you
we'll
give that with
we'll
you.
give you special dispensation on that.
All right.
And our last pick,
all right.
Is our kick returner, and he did return kicks in his career. So we're going to go with the great Saints running back Chuck Muncie.
now,
We almost picked him at running back.
yes,
Yeah, he was a great running back.
as a running back,
underrated.
3-time Pro Bowler, rushed for 67.02 yards, first-round draft pick. And he set what was then a record for TDs in a season in 1 year in the NFL. Played from 76 to 84, and he did return kicks. So we're putting him back to return kicks, Chuck Munson.
Okay.
good pick.
All right, and that is our draft. Well, how do we think we did?
I mean, I think for anyone listening or watching, I think it's no contest that we easily won this one. We're pretty happy with our team, to say the least.
Your defensive line, besides Aaron Donald, has to make every tackle because your defensive line leaves a little to be desired.
Walker and David Logan leave things to be retired. Jason Taylor, we have the 2 best defensive linemen with
what are you
with Aaron
talking
Donald
about?
and Jason Taylor.
David Logan's an
yeah.
All-Pro.
Yeah.
You've never heard of Chuck Walker. That's just on you.
Well, we can agree to disagree, and you know what? That's the beauty of this whole thing is, we can sit here and argue it forever, and it's for the people who watch to sit here and argue it as well. So, for everybody who downloads it, watches it, listens to it on Spotify or on Apple, hit us up with your opinions. Who got it right? Who got it wrong? Do we miss anyone?
I was just going to say, all right, real quick, the biggest name that didn't get picked.
Maybe Leon Hart. Has to be up there.
Joe Namath or Johnny Unitas.
Heisman Trophy winner. I'm going to tell you one that didn't get picked. Another real old, Ted Kwolek of Montour.
Yeah. But he wasn't going to go over Ditka or Gronk.
Well, that's the problem when you get the quarterbacks, because are you going to take Joe Namath over Joe Montana or Dan Marino? I mean, that's where you're at with the quarterback situation.
Here's one, a running back that didn't get picked, and it was one of the greatest high school teams ever in WPIAL. I know it was from the 40s, but I'm pretty sure they either shut out teams the whole year or only gave up a few points. Deacon Dan Tyler. He went to W&J from Denora High School, which is now Ringgold. He led the NFL in rushing, fellows. He led the NFL in rushing. He played at Denora in the 40s. Played 50 to 55 in the NFL, first or second team All-Pro 4 times. Led the NFL in rushing 1 season, also led the NFL in TDs twice. That guy was a stud.
Well, yeah, that would have been a good one to pick.
Well, one guy that's not up with some of those guys, but Mike especially, I thought that you might draft this guy if it, if you didn't maybe have the depth at this position. Being a City League guy and a basketball guy, Sam Clancy.
I mentioned him as a potential draft pick, and we kind of looked at each other and maybe. I love Sam Clancy. He was a great player. That's why I'm for the Cleveland Browns as a football player.
Great guy. And the reason why I didn't go with him, he played a long time in the NFL, but he didn't have any,
big year.
Never Pro Bowl, never All-Pro, had a nice, solid career, but I just didn't think his career stacked up to some of these other guys we picked on the defensive line. But I love Sam Van Clancy.
Yeah.
Great athlete.
All righty. Well, we can sit here and debate this the rest of the night, but we're going to kind of wrap it up here a little bit. So, like I said, for all of our viewers and listeners, we'd love your feedback. I mean, hit us up.
You are going to do a story on this.
Absolutely. I'm going to do a story on this as well. So hit us up with this. Tell us what your opinion is. Who do we miss? Who do we hit? Who do you think has the best team? That's going to be interesting to see. But for Brad Brad Everett, Steve Rotstein, and Mike White. I'm Post-Gazette High School Sports Editor Keith Barnes. Please hit us up. We want to hear what your opinions are. Thank you very much for watching, and enjoy your time at the NFL Draft.
Thank you for checking out this content from Post-Gazette Sports. If you watch this video on YouTube, please like the video and subscribe to our channel. For all of the sports coverage the Post-Gazette has to offer, visit post-gazette.com.